amazingly, here I am. I have just noticed that the sync between sound and the video is not the same. I have no idea why this would be. It's a new camera, so it should be okay. Don't know why that would be. Maybe I should take it in and fix it, or have it fixed. So anyway, I actually intended to, I was on my way out of town, I intended to get the repairs done on a hairdryer and on the kettle. Out here, I don't know why, but the electrical stuff is just not very reliable. Both of these items are new and they're really not that old. I remember in the UK, I'd have the same hairdryer for years, and it would never quit. You'd probably have to throw it away because you were just damn tired of it. Well, anyway, I forgot to get the repairs done, and I went in to get a couple of things that I needed in shopping and ended up spending another 1,531 pesos. So I'll tell you what I got. The meat, of course, we have put into the freezer. This is a mystery object, which I'm sure none of you know what it's for. Now, because we've got two eating machines, I had to get two of these. Normally it would only be me that would be eating them, and they're being scoffed by those two kids. Thank God they're going to school next week. See, this was 103. What is it? 2, 4, 6, 7. 7 small oranges for $2. Doesn't seem so bad. Now, as I said, I thought, now this is just stuff that they don't like to mix with everything else. Once again, it's the old sachets. They love the sachets here. You can teach them no other. And if you've only got a few hundred pesos to your name for the week, then this actually does make sense, because you'll get more than one hair wash out of it. So that, and a bottle of dishwashing. This is Downy. Obviously this is for making the laundry smell sweet, but because we have so much tiled flooring here, we use it to help with that. This is something for the kids. The kids prefer this, I think, so I get it. What else? I got a few things that I thought we needed. £50, just under $1. And tuna. So I got tuna, 1, 2, 3. And apart from the tuna, I got the sardines. Sardines and some of the little red onions, under $1. Garlic, and that's it. So it's not a huge amount to get for 150 pesos, but it's what we need when you have young teenage kids in the house. Things go at an amazing rate. So anyway, that's what they're. Now, the last time I did one of these, I actually tried to put in there something about our friend Alfred, which I went into at length, and I wanted it to be part of the groceries thing, because then it goes under the groceries. Sorry, I'm trying to swat a fly. it goes under the title of the Groceries. And I said to Beth, so the title you should put is Groceries, or as she always puts it, cost of living in the Philippines. And then put update on Alfred, and I could talk about a few other things. She didn't do that. She often doesn't do that because she thinks that it's better to make one of the longer videos into 2 short videos, which then ruins the whole point of the title and of having some protection from the great God algorithm, AI, bullshit, whatever you want to call it. It is a fact, we are being penalised. We are, as in penalty, we're being penalised for things that I've said. One of which was crazy. One of our videos was taken down. This was a video that we did years ago at the very start of the pandemic. Not the very start of the pandemic, the start of Odette. And Odette struck the Philippines. It especially struck, it wended its way through Taliban, made a mess of Taliban and of the outlying islands. And we went out and we did some feedings on the islands to help out there because they really are without resources. Odette amazed me because it shocked me, because it seemed like there was no help sent. I saw one Red Cross van, one, that's all. I didn't see any help. In our videos I put there that we desperately needed help. We didn't get anything from any of the, shall we say, bigger, more influential groups like Red Cross or whoever. So we had to make it out on our own, and we did. We made it through the generosity of so many of our good supporters. So it's great that anybody supports us in any way, even if it's a pat on the back saying you're doing a good job. It all helps. Right, so what did I want to say that I wouldn't be allowed to say? Make no mistake, no matter what Schmuckerberg has actually said in public, the C word, as in ensword, see, even now I'm having to speak in some kind of code. It's the act you use when you want to stop somebody from saying something that you don't like. I don't know. There's a lot of that about, so it's happening all the time. The word which I think of as truth, what's actually happening is not being left alone, shall we put it that way. So even if I talk about simple things like this is our little it's not going, what we say here is not going to rock any worlds, is it? It's not going to upset anybody's apple cart. It's hardly going to make a difference. But it is true to say that for some strange reason, other parts of the world, not our part, not America or Great Britain, great not being the operating word, or of the entire European continent. But somewhere on the earth, one group is trying to take over the other. At one time, it used to be the Catholics against the Protestants, you know. In Ireland, they used to battle, it was a battle royal, the Irish against the Catholics. I'm not taking sides or even going into that history, but Northern Ireland saw some very, very hard times for everyone. And the independent, shall we say, People's Army that were there are now going to be faced with another challenge very soon, are being faced with a challenge now, in that it's not a case of the Catholics and the Protestants. It's more a case of some other far distant flung, shall we say, belief system is now going to take over. And the way that it's taking over, if you can piece this together, because I'm unable to say anything that might be possibly interpreted by algorithms and algorithms and Roomba rhythms, but if it is interpreted as that, then this will be taken down. As I was about to say to you before, got rooted off onto some other thing. We showed the true situation of what was happening on one of the islands. I think it was Bannockon, where those people had lost everything, and kids were running around. We fed everybody. I think that may have been one of the places where we took 2 full slaughtered pigs, lechon as they put it here, and people got a damn good meal and were happy with it. And little kids ran about, and for some reason even though that was, they were not without clothes. They were in little shorts and t-shirts, and yet it was still decreed that because they were they were not what the algorithms thought that they should be. And so they deleted that old video. It was an old video which showed the way that things are when a super typhoon has ravaged through a tiny island, which is already on the brink of disaster anyway, because all of the little houses are probably made in nipa and bamboo. They just don't stand up to it. But it was that. Now, this is ironic because I look on my Facebook and I can see ads in there which in effect use the moving images of hard porn. Men putting things where only women can take them. And I'm not a prude, but I don't want to see it, and I don't want my kids to see it. But yet they will leave that up for everyone to see, but they won't let you see little Filipino kids running about on the beach. Isn't that an irony? Is that because we're leaving it to an artificial intelligence that is a little too artificial? But anyway, that's what's taken over more and more and more. The other thing is that the very act of taking one thing out and penalising the person who has the channel, and yet not penalising someone else. If you have taken a look at an ad which has, let me say, how can I put this, which it's professing to help you with not going to the bathroom 3 and 4 times a night, right? So that's the idea. And here we are. We're looking at a little glass about as big as this, and it's got some coloured liquid going around in it. And who do they have to sell that ad to you? Well, of course, they have a porn queen, somebody who earns her living by engaging in full hardcore porn, doing it doing it every which way but loose, and as often as you like. And she talks about how this helped the stud that was doing it to her every which way you could. Now, it didn't show you when she was talking, but then when it went on, now that you're in the boat, so to speak, as my old friend Gino used to say, well, you're in the boat. This is because you've started to watch their informative talk about what this drink will and won't do and what it will stop you having to do several times in the night, which is take a leak. Right, but in order to do that, they get your senses perked up a little, shall we say, by showing you full hardcore porn between two adults doing it backwards, frontwards, upwards, downwards, and every which way but loose, as I said. Now that's okay. You can watch that, but you mustn't watch little kids playing on the beach. How upside down are we really? I'm not greatly able to quote from the Bible, but I do understand that there is a passage in the Bible, and I've no doubt that I can be corrected and educated in being told that in these end of times, what is good will appear bad, and what is bad will appear good. And certainly we're upside down now, aren't we? Our leaders are not leading, and when they tell you the truth, you know for sure it's going to be a lie. So the new truth is lies. And you've got people, especially over the pond, as we in England always refer to the US. Over the pond, you've got their elected leaders there. A man who looks very, very shifty when he's talking. He's just one. And the other one, Plopsy, is it Miss Plopsy? And they stand and they tell you that something is so when it has been documented under oath that it is not so. And because the media are on their side, they can blame it on who the hell they like. Whatever syndrome they have on other people who are actually doing a tough job. Well, I can't get away with anymore, I don't think. Probably this might even be taken down. But it is evident that we now have to look at everything askance. Is what we are being told the truth? Even, once I went online and I saw the logo. The little sign, icon for, let me see, what was it? Meta AI. And I asked Meta AI, could you tell a lie? No, I couldn't tell a lie because I would have to have some kind of a vested interest in having you believe one way or another, which of course I don't. But I found that to be untrue. So we can't even believe what we see AI because it is programmed by people. People will lie. My God, don't we know that for true? I'll end off here. If you know people who enjoy videos about groceries, do tell them and recommend this one. Bye for now.